Hello, everyone. Today, I'd like to share insights from a case study on the sustainable governance of Hong Kong's Cheung Festival. Let's start with its background. Since its listing as China's first national intangible cultural heritage in 2011, the festival now attracts 51,000 annual visitors, double the island's population. Held in the fourth lunar month, its iconic elements include Boshan, the Mountain of Buns symbolizing peace and prosperity, and the V56 parade, where children dressed as deities ride in suspended floats. These traditions, while culturally rich, now face challenges from tourist overload. Existing studies often focus on the festival's economic benefits. Ignoring a critical issue, spatial overload deprives the community of their agency. In Asian contexts, social impact analyses are scarce, making it hard to address the root causes of spatial rights conflicts. For locals, the festival has shifted from a communal celebration to a tourist-driven spectacle. Next is the research objectives for theoretical aim to investigate what are the social degradation overweighted economic activities of the festival. For practical aim, to understand the attitudes of local communities towards the festival. Our study makes twofold contributions to the field of cultural heritage governance. On the one hand, most Western research focuses on cultural display, while this study reveals spatial rights conflicts as endemic to high-density Asian heritage sites. On the other hand, offers Hong Kong's intangible cultural heritage office a blueprint to shift from tourism-driven to community-empowered governance. To explore sustainable governance challenges, we used a qualitative case study design with two key components. First is the news text analysis. We examined reports from media like Mingpao and SCMP to capture stakeholder views on tourist impacts from resident frustrations to government policies. Next is the ABC attitude model. This framework decoded resident attitudes, affect emotions like frustration over disrupted routines, behavior, coping actions such as avoiding festival areas, cognition, rational critiques on unequal cost-benefit distribution. Key findings. Q1. What are the direct impacts on local residents during the festival? Dense food outlets cause oil fume and noise pollution, while extended ferry waiting times force residents to alter daily routines to avoid crowds. Notably, many now watch the V56 parade on TV due to tourist congestion, losing direct cultural engagement with their own traditions. Q2. What are the social negative impacts of rising tourist inflow? We identified systemic issues, ferry service, congestion, and land transport disruption, weak social bond, and asymmetric cost-benefit distribution. Government measures prioritize tourist experience rather than locals' feel. Commercial invasion of public and residential space. Q3. What are the attitudes of local residents towards festival commercialization? Using the ABC attitude model, affect frustration over disrupted daily life and alienation from cultural rituals. Behavior, coping strategies like fleeing the island during festivals or complaining to authorities. Cognition, skepticism toward governance decisions and anxiety about environmental erosion. All measures are rooted in the recognition that spatial rights deprivation is the root cause of sustainability conflicts. By prioritizing resident needs alongside tourist experience, these solutions aim to shift governance from tourism-driven to community-empowered, protecting resident-centric spaces. Reserve ferry priority lanes for locals to reduce the 2-hour waiting times. Designate ritual zones as tourist-free areas during core activities, preventing commercial invasion of cultural spaces. Balancing economic benefits. Levy a 5% business revenue tax to fund an environmental compensation fund, redirecting profits to address oil fume, pollution, and trash management. Intelligent visitor management. Implement a time slot booking system with a 60,000 daily visitor cap. This controls crowd density to mitigate noise pollution and overcrowding. The Cheung Festival case reveals that spatial rights deprivation is the root of sustainability conflicts, not just environmental or economic factors. To ensure long-term viability, we must shift from tourism-driven to community-empowered governance. By prioritizing local well-being and spatial equity, we can preserve cultural heritage while fostering sustainable coexistence.